Hey boys and girls, here is lesson 2 workbook pages for Greece. I'm going to read the main ideas first. Number 1, aristocrats and tyrants ruled early Athens. Number 2, Athens created the world's first democracy. Number 3, ancient democracy was different from modern democracy. Key terms in people box. Democracy, type of government in which people rule themselves. Aristocrats, rich landowners. Oligarchy, government in which only a few people have power. Aristocracy, society ruled by rich landowners. Citizens, people with the right to participate in government. Tyrant, leader who rules by the use of force. And Pericles is an Athenian leader who ruled at the height of Athenian democracy. I think I said his name right. Okay, so on this first page, our lesson summary, aristocrats and tyrants rule. The first thing you're going to be looking for, our first box here on the right, are to circle 2 ways that Athens was ruled before democracy. So the city of Athens in Greece is the birthplace of democracy. Democracy is a form of government in which people rule themselves. Athens was ruled first by kings and then by an oligarchy of aristocrats or rich landowners. Athenian society was also known as an aristocracy because only people in the highest social class had power. In the 600s BC, rebels tried to overthrow the aristocrats and failed. Several rulers followed. First was Draco, who was unpopular due to his overly strict laws. Next was Solon, who ruled that all free men were citizens who had a right to participate in government. Then Pisistratus, I said that wrong, I'm certainly positive of that. Sorry, the first tyrant became a leader of Athens by force after he died. Rebellious aristocrats regained control of the city of Athens. So the first thing you're looking for, again, you're going to circle 2 ways that Athens was ruled before democracy. And then down here at the bottom, they want to know who is the first tyrant of Athens. Okay, so make sure you look at the lower half of that paragraph. Okay, on the next page, the first thing you're going to be looking for is, what do you think is the major disadvantage of allowing every citizen to participate in lawmaking? Athens creates democracy. The leader, Cleisthenes, these names, introduced democracy to Athens in 500 BC when he overthrew the aristocratic leaders by using popular support. Citizens had the right to participate in the assembly that created laws. Assemblies were held outdoors, and anyone could give a speech before voting. Often, either too many or not enough people would come to an assembly, so Athenians selected city officials to vote. Citizens gradually gained more power. Athenian democracy reached its height with Pericles, who led the government from 460 to 429 BC. Democracy all but ended when Athens was conquered by Macedonia in the 330s BC. The Macedonian king wanted to make his own laws. So again, in this section, you are looking for, what do you think is the major disadvantage of allowing every citizen to participate in lawmaking? The last section here is, what type of democracy is practiced in the United States today? Ancient democracy differs from modern democracy. Although citizenship was very limited, Athens had a direct democracy in which every citizen could participate and the majority ruled. The United States operates as a representative government in which citizens elect people to represent them. Again, you're looking for what type of democracy is practiced in the United States today. Okay, and then on this last page here, Number 1 through 5, these are true or false statements. So you're going to read the statement, and if it's true, you're putting a T on the line. If it's false, you're putting an F on the line, and you're changing the underlined word to the word that would make this a true statement. So for number 1, an oligarchy is a government in which only a few people have power. Is that true? Put a T on the line. If it's false, put an F and then change that to the correct term. Number 2, Greece is considered the birthplace of democracy, which is a type of government in which people rule themselves. Again, true or false. If it's true, put a T on the line. If it's false, put an F on the line, and you're changing the word democracy to the correct word, only if you think it's wrong. Number 3, democracy in Athens reached its height under the rule of a brilliant elected leader named Cleisthenes. True or false? Number 4, in the 590s BC, a leader named Solon ruled that all free men living in Athens were aristocrats. True or false? And then number 5, the oligarchy in Athens lasted until one noble overthrew the government and it ruled it alone as a tyrant. True or false? Again, remember, if you say that any of these are false, you need to change that underlined word in the statement to make it true, to the correct word. And then your last section, you're going to look at the set of 4 words on the line, and 3 of the terms relate to the other, 1 does not. So 1 is kind of like the oddball out. So in number 6, your 4 terms are democracy, oligarchy, tyranny, and Pericles. Which one of those is different? The other 3 are connected, but 1 is different. And then number 7, your first word is oligarchy, aristocrats, democracy, and aristocracy. Which one of those does not belong? Remember, when you are done doing this on paper, that you are going back into the Google Classroom and you put a personal comment in that you did it on paper, and then make sure you submit it.